It caught everyone off guard. It seemed like the whole market was holding its breath as SHIB silently drifted sideways for weeks. After that, seemingly out of nowhere, everything shifted. Never before in SHIB's history had the trading volume exploded to such proportions. That was more than a spike. A tidal wave was behind it. The order book soared with a value of billions of dollars, and the charts lit up with green, as well as every holder, influencer and analyst who has previously pondered the matter. Is SHIB zero deletion finally here? It was whispered at first. Late one evening, a handful of astute traders detected an unexpected spike in activity. It appeared to be little more than the movement of another whale at first. However, the volume continued to rise as the hours went by. As dawn broke, SHIB's 24-hour trading numbers surpassed those of its fabled 2021 run. The word got around quickly. Speculative forecasts, price warnings and screenshots deluged social media feeds. A new high in volume. Underneath all the hoopla, something far more significant was simmering. There was a change in momentum that was distinct from all the previous rallies. The raw figures were impressive, but that wasn't what made this rise special. The volume didn't come in all at once, but rather in a continuous, unrelenting surge of purchasing and selling. In an instant, every single dip was gone. A deluge of buy orders blocked any effort to lower the price. It seemed like the market as a whole had reached the same conclusion. SHIB's moment had arrived. Why though, is this the time? What was driving this unprecedented breakthrough? As usual, the solution was a confluence of favorable conditions that occurred at the precise moment. That was the technical configuration in the beginning. A typical accumulation pattern had been taking shape for months as SHIB coiled beneath a recalcitrant resistance at 4-0s15. More energy built up beneath the surface as the price remained trapped for a longer period of time. It was like releasing the cork from a shaky bottle of champagne when the time arrived for the breakout. Concurrently, the basics were changing. An unprecedented milestone was recently achieved by Shibarium, the project's Layer 2 blockchain. 5 million transactions completed and a flood of new decentralized applications dApps released to the public. Now SHIB was more than just a meme. The applications it was supporting had actual users, and the value pouring through its ecosystem was substantial. Additionally, the rate of burn was increasing, with weekly token destruction reaching hundreds of millions. Burns served as constant reminders. The stock was getting low. Each remaining token was gaining in value. The shift in attitude, however, was probably the most crucial element. A cautious, even skeptical, attitude pervaded the SHIB group for months. There were profound scars from previous pumps and dumps. Something changed though, as the loudness skyrocketed. Holders who were sitting on the sidelines for fear of missing the next big move rushed in all at once. Even influencers who previously dismissed SHIB as a mere meme currency began to share optimistic price forecasts and charts. The enigmatic, wealthy market participants known as whales were also present, adding billions of tokens to their cold storage accounts. The outcome was a momentum feedback loop. More and more traders got in on the action as the price rose. In response to increased demand from buyers, the price rose. More and more people noticed it as it rose in the sky. Like a drumbeat that gets faster and louder with each passing hour, the volume continued going up. However, everyone was really wondering one basic thing. Does this run have the potential to eliminate a zero? SHIB takes the removal of a zero seriously. It marks a significant achievement. It entails overcoming an internal obstacle, turning around years of doubt, as well as demonstrating that the project can live up to its initial expectations. An enticing setting appeared on the charts. Following the successful passage of 4-0s15, SHIB found itself confronted with the subsequent significant obstacle at 4-0s20. The road to 3-0s9, the subsequent zero deletion, would be clear if it could confidently clear that level. The historic volume was seen by technical analysts as evidence that this wasn't another head fake. You could feel the momentum. We had committed buyers and a backlog of orders. To remove a zero, however, requires more than simply basic analysis, as any veteran trader can tell you. The issue is one of belief. The focus is on story, and timing is key. In that case, the basics will be useful again. Anecdotal evidence of Shibarium's success is lacking. The result was a significant increase in interest in SHIB tokens. Supply was depleted slightly with each network transaction, making deflationary pressures persistent. Along with additional utility features, the team has previously revealed plans for NFT marketplaces, DeFi integrations, and real-world payment trials with significant partners. Disbelievers were eventually persuaded that SHIB was more than a fleeting trend by each subsequent statement. At the same time, the wider cryptocurrency market began to stir. Ethereum was gaining momentum due to fresh ETF approvals, while Bitcoin had stabilized above important support. Capital started flowing back into altcoins as market confidence returned, and SHIB, with its huge community and viral appeal, was in a prime position to take center stage. The SHIB community, however, was a formidable force in and of itself. Its army is unparalleled by any other cryptocurrency initiative. There is an infinite flow of memes, artwork and energy. There are millions of holders and there are thousands of creators. Everyone got on board as the volume skyrocketed. There was a global upsurge in social campaigns. It became a rallying cry to delete a zero, and after months of feeling like nothing was conceivable, suddenly everything became possible. However, there were still challenges ahead. Like any other rally, SHIB opposition. After months of waiting, profit takers stepped forward as the price drew near 4-20. In an effort to gauge the new buyer's determination, a few whales reduced their holdings. There was a brief moment when it appeared the run would stall due to the shakiness of the order books. However, an extraordinary event transpired afterwards. The price remained stable, rather than falling. In response to selling pressure, buyers jumped in, driving prices soaring back up to their previous highs. The volume did not decrease, in fact it increased. It was a powerful demonstration that conveyed a distinct message. It wasn't a mere pump, either. A shift had occurred. The impetus persisted even as the time passed from hours to days. Everyone bought a dip. With each setback, new demands emerged. Experts started to raise their expectations. According to a well-known trader, if SHIB maintain a price over 4-20, the next potential target may be 3-9. Some claimed the record volume proved the rise could be sustained. According to them, this is the hallmark of a true breakout. Zeros are eliminated in this way. The price, however, was nearly irrelevant to the genuine believers. The topic at hand was restitution. A project that started out as a joke had the potential to become a formidable force, and the goal was to prove those naysayers incorrect. The strength of togetherness, resolve, and dogged creativity was on full display with each new record high and erased zero. Will this momentum be able to remove a zero? Market forces, as usual, will determine the outcome. Everything is put up. There has never been a more united community, historically high volume, positive technical indicators, and strengthening fundamentals. Time is of the essence in the coming days. Getting rid of a zero might be within reach if SHIB maintain its current level of success, bring in new customers, and maintain a high number of trades. Nothing is definite though, even if the rally fails to materialize. History has already been written by SHIB. Anything is conceivable in the cryptocurrency market, as shown by this breakout, this increase in volume, and this surge of hope.